We can verify everything and not turn the laser on. We wouldn't like that to happen. So I will go in a step mode. The step mode is activated by, of course, the step button, and on a small speed, right now the 10%, I will go line by line to verify everything. Now I see I will most probably have to check the laser power set up because it's a little bit too small in my opinion, but sorry, we will see. And always when the robot is going somewhere, always observe the robot. What does it do to avoid it, like, you know, colliding with something, or for example catching on at something with a wire sleeve, because you might actually break the cabling, or at worst the oh my god, the laser fiber wire, because if we do that, then the welding station is almost done. Okay, so as we can see, it's in the spot where it is preparing itself to go and weld. I will manually turn off this noisy air, because we don't need that, and at least right now. Please remember, if you are going to move the robot anyway, you can only do, I mean, if you want to go with the program, according to program, the program has to be in the left window. You can always open the program in the right window, but if it's opened in the right window, you cannot use this program to move the robot. It's just like additional editing for verification, or for example to review something, but you cannot run the program which is in the right window. The left window is the window we go with. And right now, okay, I can still go step by step. Next point, 63, we have a gas on signal, which opens the gas for the welding. I don't need that one, so I will just skip past. It asks me if I want to skip past, so yes, I would love to, thank you. Let's continue, and now we are at the point, yeah, where the robot goes down, and I will go to this point, and I gotta be really careful where does it go to avoid collision. So I'm actually gonna stick my head almost in there and verify if there is nothing happening. Because, for example, you gotta be really careful. The robot goes all the way to a very close proximity, and sometimes it even, like, you know, bends the wire because it's best in this situation. But if the point was done wrong, you can actually go all the way and crush the welding head into the fan, and we don't want that. So I will move into this point. We're like at 10% speed, so we have enough time to react. I will check if nothing is happening. Of course, I'm still holding the deadman and shift buttons. And we're at this spot. And actually, at least in my, let's say, personal feel, I think that looks pretty good, to be honest. Maybe a little bit too far, but just for starters, to verify if it's not too far, if it had to, like, bend the wire a little bit just to get into the position, and it's like a quarter of an inch from maybe 1/3, let's say, of an inch from the welding point, it is actually a pretty good distance. You can see, of course, you can verify that. The best way for me usually is to keep the same distance from the front of the torch to the welding point as the width of the nozzle. So the width of the nozzle is around 12 millimeters, and that's actually close proximity to how far we should be from the welding spot. So When we will move a little bit further, I will show you better because we will see it from the other side as well. But looking at the screen, we have a weld in a proper position because it's straight in the middle between the plate and a blade, so there shouldn't be any issues right now. Of course, the wire is sticking here, so I might actually move it aside just a little bit. Alright. And as you can see, there's a blade and there's a plate, so we actually are straight in the middle, so it is a good place to start welding with. And right now I want to continue on this path to verify all of the points. If all of the, please take, he left his cell phone, so it's recording actually. Okay, so we like to verify if the weld is proper, if all the welding path is done properly. So I will continue point after point going through the welding pattern. And what now we are to be careful is that the welder is turned on so we can see what's happening. And we are in this first point. Next we have wire on and we have welding on. And we have to skip those 2 points or we will actually start the welding. Of course, as I said, it's mostly in Polish. If we will not be able to change the naming before we will go, Marek will do as well. I'll show him how to do this as well. So it's not actually too complicated, but just in a moment. So we were in this point, or we are in this point, and now we want to go to this next point of movement. So it's L, J, or A. We have next point. Oh shit! Sorry. No. We have next point of movement just in here. So I will go all the way to this point and continue with shift and forward. It asks me if I really want to go to this point. Yes, I would. This is really helpful because, for example, if we are, let's say, I don't know, let's say here we are, and I realized that I want to check something. For example, we are at the first weld. I want to see which actually is welded with. Oh my God! It's so far. With power of 20,000, and I want to see what is the power of the second weld. I can go and find this. We have a second weld. We have do we have a power change? We actually should. I don't see one right now, but just to avoid that. Okay, so let's say I am somewhere else. Yeah, I did something verified, and now I don't actually remember where am I in the program. So I want to continue, and it's asking me, would I like to continue from this line, which is the end? Of course not. I want to continue what I was doing before. I just wanted to see something. So I pick no, and I am back at the point at which I was. So I don't have to remember where I was the last time before I went to check something, yeah, for example.
Question.
Yeah.
How do you switch those screens? I know you said this is a working screen.
Yeah.
This is viewing only.
Yeah.
If you wanted to change something over here, how do you switch that real quick?
You have a display button, which just, it's like tab button or in the old times in computers.
Right.
So you are switching to the second screen. And since we are here, we have like inputs and outputs in here. At least for now. We can of course pick anything else on this screen as well. But Mr. Marek, since we're here, we have inputs and outputs.
Mm-hmm.
These have like labels next to them, and if you want to change the label, you have to actually use the right button to the right, because changing isn't in this. Config is not changing the label, so just avoid this one. We are going to the next set of buttons, and we have detail. So from whatever we have here, like on off, we go to next, and we pick detail. It's F4 or press the detail, and we have a name. Right now I can press enter on the name, go all the way to the end. We have a backspace button, so I can remove that and put in a new name using one of two ways, which is we can use those, you know, like in all cell phones, you have to press the button so many times so good letter appears.
Oh.
So for example, we have a W here, so I gotta go STUVW, and when I go down, because we have a sub menu in here, we have a lowercase, so now we are putting in the lowercase, oh my god, the lowercase text, so
Yep.
we have a W, so let's go with GHI, so we have WI, and what we can also do is go all the way to Options keyboard, and just press F5 for the keyboard button, and we will get a normal keyboard, which allows us to just go, oh my god, like that.
Okay.
More convenient.
It's more convenient, but it works on newer robots with touch screen. For example, on these robots at the presses or spoking, there's no touch screen, so you gotta
Okay.
do the like
That's
Nokia
okay.
button thing. After putting the name in, you just press exit, and that's all. And and that's all. You have a new name for that. Prev will get you back to the previous window, and now we have, instead of Drut, we have a wire feed, so we know that it is a wire feed right now. So let's avoid the Polish naming, at least for this one. So going back, because you asked about display and I digressed a lot.
No worries.
We're again at the second point. We're still in the first one, so I will press the Deadman and Shift as well, and forward, and we're waiting for Sev already because I didn't press reset. Okay. And forward, and the robot will continue on a trace, which we can watch here or there. I prefer to first always watch it in here to make sure we have no collisions with stuff. Let's avoid speeds over 20%, let's say, because we might not have enough time to react, especially that we have to verify everything in here. We have to verify if nothing here gets tangled or breaking. And of course, from time to time, we could also look at the screen to see what the robot is doing. We are actually already in the next point, which is indicated by the @ mark in front of the point 12. I hope you can see this.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that would be better. So next to the point 12, we have like an @ mark.
Okay. Right there, right?
Yeah. So only this one has an @
Like
in
73,
front.
right?
Yeah, 73 line point 12. This @ means the robot is at this point, but be careful because it doesn't always work this way. For example, since we are in the first programming stage, when the fan is in zero position, this will work. But when we continue on and the fan will start to rotate, there will actually be changes to some, let's say, to the way the things are assembled, and this @ button will no more indicate we are in this position. Because this will only appear in the original programming position, and the original programming is always for the first plane. Everything continuing on will be just the same, but moved over some some registers to achieve all the blades welded properly.
Okay.
So anyway, we are at the next point, and we can look at what we have here. And for me, it's already very. Oh my gosh! We can clearly see that there is something wrong. If we look here, it's not so
Too high?
it's not so obvious because it's a little bit too high. If we look here, yeah, we have a little bit too high, nothing substantial. But if you look into here, actually,
Yeah, I should compare it. Like,
yeah, you will see that it is actually a lot higher than it might look like.
It's over here.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And
So I
also-
could say the cross side is directly that.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, straight on the point. The wire is a lot too high, so even
Oh, okay. Wire was lower.
yeah, you can take the camera in and just show it. So the wire is a lot too high. It's not even, you know, touching or going into the welding spot.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, you are using the lower cameras. It will be pretty much. It might be pretty hard to see. Yet, right now I will feed the wire in just to show you that in theory the wire went all the way to the